In this hopefully very short video, I'm going to share one learning that I've got today. It is not the most exciting one, as I would guess, but I have a personal and unexplainable interest in learning the bash features. Although I haven't written many bash scripts until now, I find very interesting to see how many possibilities there are in a bash script. And today I have something related to that to share. So my use case was that I have a folder with no subfolders in it, only files, and I wanted to make all of the file names lowercase. Of course, since there aren't many files, there were like 12. I wanted to I could have done that manually. However, I thought there must be a better way, and because I love automation, I went ahead and tried to find a solution. This will sound weird, but my first action wasn't to prompt an AI to solve that problem. I actually did that after finding the solution, and the solution the AI provided was not the one that I ended up with in the end. It wasn't wrong, but it was a bit more complicated than I needed. I'm going to show you very quickly what the AI said. So this was my prompt, and it gave me some solutions. Although my solution is very similar to this one, I've chosen a slightly different one, and my action was to actually search on Google and then use Stack Overflow, just like in the old days. And my solution was something very similar to this one, except that this didn't work out of the box because I had some unquoted strings. So ls will actually I don't know what exactly the problem was, but it was something around quotes about file names that could contain spaces, and those are problematic when using MV. I think that was actually the problem. Anyway, the solution that I ended up with is just this one, and I'm going to explain very briefly what it does. First of all, I'm using the bash interpreter because I'm using ZSH, and this syntax, this parameter expansion that will replace basically every character with its lowercase, this isn't supported in ZSH, and so that's why I am using the bash interpreter for that. And this is essentially the bash command. And as you see, I'm doing something similar to this. I'm going through each file. This is a way to instantiate, this is a way to run a command in a subshell. Then I'm going for each file. I'm going to move. Then I'm using this double dash to indicate that what follows are the command's argument and not command's options. And then I'm quoting the string, because if the file name has spacing in it, then there might be a problem. And this is the interesting bit that I've learned. This looked in the beginning very weird, but after reading a bit upon this, here we are basically replacing every character with its lowercase, as it says here. This is just the syntax. It looks a bit weird, but I guess this is how it is defined in bash, and it seems to work. And as it says, by using double quotes, double comma, I think that's how it is called, it will examine all characters in the expanded value and will convert each one that matches the pattern. Since the pattern isn't specified, it will default to each character. If I were to use only one comma, then only the first character in the expanded value will be replaced with its lowercase value. So this was the command. It worked, but I wanted to share one last learning that I've got, and that is around the concept of expanding parameters in bash. This in the beginning it didn't make much sense, but it essentially by I think I have a small example here. This is the example that clicked for me. Basically, parameter expansion essentially means to evaluate variables to their actual values. In this case, if this character, which I suppose it is an L, if this by itself matches to a value, then without using brackets, it will the interpreter will evaluate the first character as it encounters it. So basically it will stop here and it will expand to A, and that's supposing that L matches to A. But if we use a square bracket, then this entire variable will have to be evaluated. So basically brackets can be used to group the parameters that you want to expand. So two very quick learnings just to recap. The first one is this one. What I've learned from this is this parameter expansion that will also replace characters with their lowercase value, as well as quoting MV, just in case the variable, the file name has strings or maybe other unexpected characters. And then the concept of parameter expansion, which essentially means to evaluate a certain variable. And as we've seen in this video, parameter expansion goes beyond just evaluating. You can do a lot more things like pattern matching or even replacing, and I guess there are many other features that are to be found in this document. This was it for this video. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.